There's a war in the feeling, they ain't keeping it real. They think it's easy to peel just cause they flipping those bills. The only vote is for heal, but if I trump it'll cost. We already walking dead in the land of the lost. I've been taking it way back, say Jack. Be my own wicked woman on the track while you twerking in the trap. I'm gonna get them plaques, yeah, my mind is on them racks. I'm just thinking loosely facts, go and get that contact with your loose sleeve ass. Leaning on the wall with your bathroom pass. Need a Wonder Woman in your life, how fast? How I'm gonna tell the truth, but you puff pass. Speak my vernacular. Speak my vernacular. Speak my vernacular. She back, For unlawful carnal knowledge, I'm wedged into worry while they suck and hurry. I'm just skating, do my derby. Watch these cameras all pervert me. Won't respect my name and dirt me, but I woke up early. Even when I'm fucking late, I'm applesauce and frosting the cake. Bake your plate A while they ingenuities ace. I'm planning an escape with the Save the World 10.8. Love potion number 9, fine dine. I want a piece of American pie. Lie under pudding pop shop that I ate the chocolate up. Why they sell me Californication? Afro on Rodeo blaxploitation, and all this to the congregation.
From the heart of the city to the outer edges of the Beltway and beyond, this is the District of Misfits Show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. This is your guide into our unique and beautiful city, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as the funny and straight up ridiculous. Told by us before someone tells it for us. The opinions expressed on this show are our own, and we make no apologies.
Hello, heathens. Welcome to another episode of the District of Misfits Show, the drinking show with a podcast problem, the podcast for the rest of us. I'm your boy Boo, back with my cohorts, Marcus and Val, and Colleen, and I'm sorry, I'm totally just Ryan.
Hey, Boo,
this is what happens. I try to go live without a net. I was like, I don't need the script. I got this.
Boo. First 10 minutes.
First 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
No cursing. No cursing.
Did I already blow it? I already blew it.
Not yet. No, that's what I'm talking
about.
No?
Oh, wow. Snap. All right, cool. Anyways, yeah, welcome to the show. If this is your first time watching, excuse all that shenanigans. We appreciate you being here. Take this opportunity to like and share on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms. On Facebook and Instagram, we are the District of Misfits Show. On Twitter, we are at DC Misfits. And go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. You can watch episodes of this show along with other really good content provided by District Dogface Studio. On Twitch, we are District of Misfits. It's all one word, mashed up together. And go to crushingdc.com if you'd like to support us directly and get yourself some fine accoutrement like this snazzy beanie that I'm wearing, or this nice and toasty hoodie.
What up, Gregory?
And I too have a hoodie.
Val too has a hoodie. And yeah, if you're interested in being a guest on this show or are interested in producing a podcast of your own, we can help you with that. Reach out to us at districtdogfacestudio@gmail.com. Okay, now that I can take my feet out of my mouth. How is everybody doing?
We're doing good, man.
It's good to be back. I'm a little rusty.
We can tell. So one thing I can say when I talk, stop looking at me.
Who?
You keep looking in my direction.
I am actually not looking in your direction. My monitor is to the left of my camera.
Yeah, Marcus.
So I'm looking at my monitor. Why would I want to look at your face when I can look at this?
Do I need a replay?
I mean, it looks like I'm looking in your direction. I get why you're like, this is me looking at my monitor right now. It's not looking at you.
Okay.
This is
that's a strong beard, by the way. I just want to say that.
Oh, well, that's only because Jamie's not here. Like Jamie's beard.
Well, he had a beard. He had a beard when he was 11 because he's from Philadelphia.
Jamie's beard tries to take my beard's lunch money sometimes. It's not cool. It's like, yo, son, let me hold $20.
I got you tomorrow. Don't worry about it. You never get that money back.
You know you're not going to see that money again. But yes, man. So while we're at it, anybody that cares, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of these things seldomly, but still at Crushing Boo.
I am the Pasteurized Chef on all the platforms as well.
I am Valerie Michelle Torres, Michelle with 2 L's on the Facebook. And I am at VMTDC on Instagram and the Twitter. And our guest, Colleen, where can we find you?
On Instagram, you can find me at Call_Gill, Gill. Facebook, I guess Colleen Gillespie. I actually don't know. Yeah, Colleen.B.Gillespie. And then I don't think I have it. I think it's like CallGill23 on Twitter, if I'm being honest.
Nice.
It's okay for you to tell us that you don't want the general public to know your social media stuff.
I'm not like on the tweets. I'm not on the Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm normally not, but
I'm almost 100% voyeur on Twitter. Like I'm just scrolling, and I don't even like shit. I don't even like things. I'll just be scrolling.
Yeah.
And if you see me retweet some shit, I'm in a mood. Like, oh, damn, like they just caught me. Like, but.
I hate everybody and everything right now, so that's why I'm gonna start tweeting stuff.
See, that's what I've realized that Twitter is for. It's for when you are just full of seething rage and you need to scream into the abyss. Especially if you don't have a big following. You could literally, like, if you don't have a huge following, Twitter could be really cathartic like that, because you could just tweet all kinds of shit and 12 people might fucking see it. You know, maybe some famous person sees it and retweets it and then you blow up, but 9 times, when's that gonna happen?
Everybody. Fuck you, and also fuck you.
Oh yeah, Val's gonna be lighting people up in the next like few weeks. I can tell. Am I following you on Twitter, Val? I don't know.
But you should.
Shit. Let me do this right now.
Brian, where can we find you?
So it's on Twitter. It's J Brian Charles. Instagram, I haven't been on in like 3 years. I just gave up. It wasn't my platform.
The people that thrive on Twitter are very special. Like it really takes.
I don't thrive. I'm just
no.
there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the people that are just in it to win it. Like this. If you are tweeting multiple times a day, every day, that the thought of doing that makes me tight in my chest.
Well, I started this week tweeting quite a bit before calls.
You know, during the last presidential election was probably when I tweeted the most. And
Ricky.
Okay. What are things to look forward to, Alex? I'm very excited.
So far, Gregory, you are winning.
Can't wait for him to hit that daily double.
Okay, it'll come.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said it in multiple shows in the past few weeks that I have been on Twitter for a really long time and I never ever tweeted ever. But I think up until like I don't know, a few months ago, I maybe tweeted like 5 or 6 times.
Dude, I just found Val on Twitter. It just says VMTDC bartender. That's it. United States. Doesn't even say DC. I mean, I guess it's in the name, I guess.
Wow.
Last tweet was from a month ago. I'm talking shit because I don't tweet either, so it's all good. But
right, so that's my tweet. But like, I have been fighting with people on the Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got to go into Val's tweets and replies. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I hate everybody. I mean,
that's fair.
to be fully transparent, I'm like angry about fucking Initiative 82, and I hate everybody and the people who are I don't know where you are as far as this this issue is concerned, Colleen, but I'm very, very much against it, and I hate the people who support who are proposed it because they're just a bunch of liars.
Well, maybe Brian
I'm also against it
in Baltimore.
Good.
And the Beat.
I mean, literally, this guy had the nerve to be like, "There's a video. It's Jamie." I'm like mad that Jamie's not here because it's Jamie, Michael McGavran, who is a friend of mine who's been in the industry for 25 years, and then Valerie Graham, who's been in the industry also for 25 years. And this fucker has the nerve to be like, "Are any of these people in the industry even?" I think that there's at least one of these people who isn't a tipped employee. Go fuck yourself. If you don't even know who at least one of those people are, then you are not part of this industry community. Like, you're a fucking asshole. Just a fucking chump. And that guy, he's just constant. When Valerie had put her name on the lawsuit against the Board of Elections because they are some shady motherfuckers and they I'm convinced are in the pockets of the ROC. He had the nerve to go after Valerie and be like, "Who is she? She's just a shill of Ram W and the Restaurant Association." I was like, if she's a veteran woman of color who's been in this industry, single mom who's raised her child in the District of Columbia, she's been in this industry for 25 years. And you have the nerve as this fucking white ass transplant into our city who worked in our industry for maybe 2 years and then went into the political stratosphere. Like, who the fuck are you? I'm sorry. I'm just, never mind.
Hey, we broke it. We're at 12 minutes. You're good. You're good. Oh, by the way, Brian, I'm sorry for fucking up your part of the intro, man. I'm so sorry. Blame it on the rain.
It's okay.
Anyways,
I the last time you guys had this issue, I was still living in the district, and I wrote about it a little bit, and so I can understand like a lot of the frustrations with it. It's tough.
It is.
You know,
I mean,
to see people do.
It's really frustrating because I feel like, a lot of us fought in 2018, and a lot of us were doxxed. Yes. Bless you. We were doxxed. We were accused. We were harassed online and in person. People were like accusing us of being paid shills, that we were paid actors, that we were being, that we were political lobbyists, and that all these. And I was like, I'm a bartender who's just trying to save my livelihood. I've been in this industry for many years. I lost income during that time, because I was taking off shifts. I was getting my shifts covered to go to meetings and to rallies and these panels and to testify during a 20-hour public hearing. We did all these things because we know we were in the right, that this will negatively impact our industry as a whole. And, and then these people are back again. They exploited the crisis and the tragedy of the pandemic to try, and knowing that we are all stretched thin, that we are exhausted, that we are traumatized by the pandemic, and we're still trying to climb our way out of the crisis. And they know that we're not able to fight because we're tired, we're exhausted, and a lot of us have PTSD from 2018. And it's exhausting, and it's actually so. This week I actually had a pretty big meltdown because I felt like, we've been behind the scenes. There are a handful of us have been trying to fight this since last year when this guy Ryan O'Leary proposed it. And we were trying not to just not bring attention to it, because hopefully we were trying to get it off the ballot. And again, as I said, they clearly that this organization is a super well-funded, very oiled, very, very well-oiled machine that has a lot of national support and a lot of big donors. And they lie and say that we are the ones who are the Goliath and they are the Davids. And it's just untrue. And I know I just felt pretty defeated this week because I felt like we're fighting such a hard and insurmountable battle. And I mean, I just think we just need to get the word out there. I think really it falls in the laps of the DC voters, and we need to get information out there. We need to make sure that I discovered that even my own friends this week, people who were so Marcus, if you could just put that flyer up real quick, the one with the picture on it. So we did a rally a year and a half ago, where we were in front of the Capitol. This was still during pandemic. We had a bunch of industry folks, save our industries, save the tip credit. And so I'm talking to my friends this week and I'm like telling them how frustrated I am and that like people aren't really like stepping up to fight this. And they're like, well, we didn't really know that this was happening. And like, I was like, you didn't know this was happening. You're in that photo with me. That picture in that flyer that I made, they're in that picture. And they were like, oh, well, we didn't realize that it actually came to pass. And I was like,
wow.
Like, what do I do? How do I convince? How do I tell people? How do I get people to understand the gravity of this situation? And that, like, if this does pass, sure, people will get around it. There are going to be big companies that will be able to weather the storm, readjust, pivot their business models, and they'll survive. But the people who won't survive are the people who work for small businesses like Looking Glass, like Town Tavern, like Crown and Crow, like all the places that our friends who've been in this industry for decades, they started because they believe in this industry and they wanted to give back. And those places are the ones that aren't going to survive, and like, I mean, that's devastating. That's going to be that's going to be thousands of people who lose their jobs. And, and people's response are like, well, it's just going to happen. Like, that's just going to have to happen. People are just going to lose their jobs and then blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's super frustrating. Sorry, I'm done with my rant.
I think that's a perfect segue into safe words, Val. Do you want to go first?
I can't say fuck you.
That's not a
right?
no. That's
sup. That's mine. Sup.
Okay. Sup.
That's the name of that beer.
Oh, why?
It tastes like hairy.
I've seen it.
Ballsack.
It's got a vibe. I don't really like this whole thing they have written on the can. It says, "I'm talking hot tub time machine vibes." I'm like, you are reaching now. Like,
it's not good.
You're reaching.
But you drank it.
I did. I'm thirsty and I'm an alcoholic. What can I say? I literally walked in here stone cold sober and I'm just working my way down the line.
I think there's still 3 more in the fridge.
Well, don't threaten me with a bad time. Anyways, my safe word's going to be mango.
I like it.
Yeah, simple, effective. It's on the can of White Claw that I'm drinking right now. It works out well.
I'm going to do rescue.
Okay.
Not that you'll use it, but go ahead.
I just pick any random word.
Sure.
Just can't be. It can't be a proper noun.
Proper name.
Proper name. So I can say like buffalo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Buffalo.
Brian.
Oh God, this is tough.
Kaiser Soze.
Kaiser Soze, dude. Just look around the room, bro. Just look around the room.
This is.
Don't look around the room.
I had this British thing in my head earlier today, but
Don't look around the room too much.
It's all gone now, so it's just like cantankerous. I don't know.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
All right.
If you really need some help,
good luck saying that with a ball gag. Sorry.
Sup? Sup?
All right, so to piggyback off what Val says, I'm gonna play a little video.
I mean, that's what I keep in mind whenever I come up with my safe word. Is this something I could say with a ball gag in my mouth? It's important.
How many ball gags have been put in your mouth?
I haven't, but you should plan. Have a plan.
Come on, man. It's a safe place. You can tell us you got
no, hey, bro, this show, I would. I would. Don't you worry.
All right, let me play this video. This is No One 82.
Initiative 82 is not a pay raise. It is, in fact, a pay cut.
This effort will only hurt workers it claims it's helping. Initiative 82 will cut my pay.
Join me and my fellow bartenders and servers and oppose Initiative 82.
Yes. Fuck 82. That's what I say.
Y'all should have let me do the music.
I didn't do it.
No, I'm kidding. No, it's fine.
But
it's totally fine. It's totally fine.
You're not kidding.
Shh,
but like,
come on.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that.
Hey, it's a PSA. It's got PSA vibes. It's fucking great.
I'm getting ready to do a bunch of PSA forms. So you can do that. Music.
Avocado. I could say avocado with a ball gag. I could do that.
I mean, I might have one around here.
Marcus, I am absolutely positively not
an avocado
ball gag that you provided from your house.
I always clean it with alcohol.
No, you got to get, dude. Any ball gag I ever have will be fresh out of a box or whatever package they come in.
Like
and then you're gonna throw it away.
Yeah, see, Colleen knows what I'm talking about. It's gonna have that
100%.
plasticky smell.
Douse it in alcohol.
What do you do to get rid of that?
You wash it. Aren't you supposed to wash it with like warm, soapy water or something?
But then it tastes like soap.
Oh, you rinse it off.
But you never really get all that soapy soap off of it.
The alcohol part is right. The alcohol part is right.
You should just dip it in vodka.
Now we're talking. See, why didn't you just come out the gate with that? Just dip it in your favorite alcoholic spirit and keep it fucking moving. This ball gag tastes like gin. All right. Now we're talking.
Ciroc ball gag.
Hendrix soaked ball gag.
You think you can start getting them like branded?
The show.
Patent pending, motherfuckers. We're on it.
Yeah, Diddy's over there. Diddy's over there like, take that.
Bro, when your liquor rep rolls up with fucking Jameson ball gags, well, you know the ball's right around the corner. Got to prepare.
I don't have my rainbow titties on today.
I'm sorry, what?
My shirt.
It was last week.
It was last week. Like I had a rainbow. One of our shirts. It's on the website if you care to look at crushingdc.com. But I have my DC as fuck shirt.
Will we have ball gags on the button?
Why? I mean, never mind.
Oh, real quick, I forgot to mention that apparently I'm a bad Filipino. This month is Filipino American
Heritage
Month or something like that. I don't know.
Something
it's
like
something.
that.
You are a terrible Filipino.
One of my friends she texted me this thing today, and I was like, "What? Oh, I did not know that." But we have a lot of Filipino themed Pinoy as fuck stuff and Pinoy as fuck, Pinoy AF. Pinoy is the slang word for Filipino. On our website, again, at crushingdc.com.
And spoiler alert, we're going to live stream Val getting the entire string of islands of the Philippines as a back piece tattooed. It's going to be awesome.
Like 1,300 islands.
All 1,300. Tribal.
What is it? It's Filipino. I guess it's Filipino American Heritage Month. Yep, I think that's it.
Marcus binged it before you found it. It's just meaning that yes, you are the worst Filipino.
Terrible. It's not terrible that I did not know that. And the best is it was probably the same last year too. And I was like, I don't remember. Well, in all fairness, it hasn't been that for a long time. I mean, it's only been somebody.
1991.
Yeah, somebody Hallmark only made it a holiday 3 years
1991.
ago. 91. But they don't make cards for it. So then it's like, is it real? Is it really a holiday?
Also, I don't know that Filipinos really even
I don't know if I've ever, what's a common Filipino catchphrase that you would put on a greeting card?
Mabuhay, I guess. Mabuhay means long life.
See, when I start seeing those at Walgreens, then it's official. Wait, why am I? Marcus, stop yelling at me.
Anyways.
Oh, well, I need to take a penalty shot for not muting my shit. I can't mute my watch. I don't know how to mute my watch. No. Throw it away.
Are you yelling at me to be closer to my mic?
In all caps?
He's been yelling.
I feel like he yells all the time.
Not in all caps. It's not yelling.
Yet. So it's not. It's the microphone. Sometimes it gets loud.
Sometimes it rhymes slow. Sometimes it rhymes quick.
Wow, you just showed your age there.
Oh, dude.
We're all there, except for Colin.
Some of us further than others.
Whatever.
Where is my cup? My 50. I'm 50 bitches cup. I don't know what I do.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
Marcus, did you download the silliness that I partook in yesterday?
Oh.
No.
The hot chip challenge?
Yeah. I was thinking that maybe you could do it in bits and pieces throughout the show, just to kind of.
So I find it. I didn't realize it because it was a thing.
It was a thing
a year ago.
A year ago, maybe. Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Marcus did it with some of my former coworkers from Nick's when we were at the beach.
And he wanted me to do it on the show, and I never.
Oh yeah. We wanted you to do it on the show. Instead, you did it with your child. Wait, it is the mic. What you do? I can't hear anything. Who would you touch?
I touched the headphone jack.
No, I can't hear. Oh, there. Don't touch it anymore.
That's weird. I just touched mine, and yours.
Mine went out.
Yours started working. So yeah, my son, he's almost 12, and he has been harassing me for a year to do this. And
I can't believe you let him do it.
Dude, this kid, when he was a baby, he was eating Vindaloo. He's got that palate. He likes that spice. He puts hot sauce on fucking everything, and it's probably not good for him, but he's living his fucking truth. What are you going to do? I was just telling the story about it yesterday at work because somebody, one of my coworkers, he's our new barback, and he's like, I'm going to eat 2 of them on my birthday next week. And I was like, now, see, that's a little. Well, he's going to have one at the beginning of the day and one maybe at the. I see absolutely no point in doing that. Doing it once to do it is okay. Do I ever need to do that again? Never again. Absolutely not. It was definitely a good solid 30 minutes of agony followed by a few hours of some much more subtle agony, and then a couple more hours of some slightly less subtle agony. Yeah, I'm good. So I was saying how one of the girls who did it. So Marcus, didn't you eat the whole chip? You got to. If you don't eat the whole chip, you're not doing the challenge. You got to take the whole fucking thing. Well, but Marcus ate the whole chip, and then the 2 girls who did it, who I used to work with, they actually split one. So I split it in half for them, and I gave one to the one to the other. My one, Adrian, she vomited. She was like, ah, and she threw up. The other one, bless her heart, she sat on the chair. Her whole face turned bright red, and she was just sitting there, staring off into space. And then one tear trickled down her face, and she was like, I think I have to go to bed. I was like, oh, poor Virginia. So she went off, and I made the mistake of, after I broke it in half, I went
washed my hands, and then I put one of my fingers in my mouth, and my whole mouth like just blew up. I don't deal with spice too well, so I was like, oh no. And then I washed my hands a few more times, and then this was when we were in Delaware. We were at Marcus's parents' house.
What?
Ocean City when we did the challenge.
Yeah, but we were at your parents' house afterwards.
I see what you're doing.
Delaware.
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 And then right before I went to bed, I went like this. And then my whole this is after washing. I washed my hands at least 3 different times after I'd already washed it the first time in Ocean City.
You didn't get that surgeon brush up under the fingernails, the cuticles.
I was gonna have to go to the hospital. My whole eye blew up, and I was like, if I just keep my eyes closed and fall asleep, maybe I'll be okay.
So Friday I randomly bought tickets to a wrestling show and took my kid. DJ and I went. We had a good time. I was very disappointed. Nobody hit anyone with a chair. 5 hours of fucking wrestling and nobody hit anyone with a fucking chair. I was like, what is this world coming to? Anyways, we're on our way home. We stopped at 7-Eleven.
It's the wokes, by the way.
Is it the wokes? Goddamn wokes out here just fucking up my wrestling.
The wokes are stopping.
One person jumped on somebody through a table. I was like, finally, we've arrived. But yeah, no fucking chairs. Anyways, we stopped for ice cream at the 7-Eleven. And there's the hot chip challenge. Right fucking first thing you see when you walk in the door, DJ's like, Daddy, we're going to do this. And fuck it. All right. We're bonding. We're doing things. I was like, this is going to wait till tomorrow, though. We're not, doing this and then trying to go to bed. So
bad idea.
He's like amped, dude. Like the whole time, he like all day leading up to it. He's just like, "Are you excited? Are you excited?" And I'm like, no. I'm like, no. This is gonna suck. Yeah. This is gonna suck. Like, it's just how bad, So we get home from doing some shit, and I go to the bathroom. And when I come out, he's got it all set up. He's got puke buckets. He made sure we got rubber gloves while we were out, so we didn't have to handle it with our hands.
Like I did.
So there would be no mishaps later on. We had some mint chocolate chip ice cream that we were going to use as our diffuser. I don't know if whatever word you want to, as our quencher. And yeah, we did that shit. It was fucking gnarly. I think he tapped out before I did, though. Yeah. Like, we got it on tape. Like, I was prepared to wait him out because he like made the mistake of like, I tried to explain it to him while we were doing it and realized that I was fucking up and making it worse for me. But like, he was like, make sure you don't breathe in when you bite into it, which is a logical thing. Yeah, you don't want to inhale that shit. But after he started chewing it, he was like, so I'm like, son, you're fucking gassing yourself, man. I'm just sitting there. If you watch the video, you see me, I've got my mouth closed. I'm like,
I'm pulling it up. So hold on.
I'm trying to hold my breath. I'm trying to be all clinical about it. Roll the tape, Marcus.
Hold, please.
So we are doing the one chip challenge.
Yeah, so how long have you been harassing me to do this?
Maybe a year.
Yeah, the better part of a year. He's like, Daddy, can we do the one chip challenge? And I'm like, no, you're too young. But now, you're physically large enough to do this. So we're gonna take this for a spin.
I already got the glove on.
Stupid hot chip. Glove. Someone here was already prepared to do this.
Yes.
Is this gonna fit?
Wait to expect. First, the tongue takeover. 2, shock the senses. 3, surge of tears. 4, jolt to the gut. 5, voltage overload. Got the chip right here.
Alright.
It says here, if you can last 1 minute, you're powerless. 10 minutes, you're powerful. 30 minutes, supercharged. 1 hour, invincible.
Okay. So we have our chip. She'll be only handled with the glove hand, so as not to incinerate any parts of our bodies.
No, you're supposed to hold it like this. You're not, because you got to take it out with the other hand. Good.
Right? We're good, right?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
This is totally going to end well, I'm sure.
Oh, it smells like death.
So,
Oh, it broke into 2 pieces.
so you're gonna stack it?
Yeah.
Take them at the same time? I can get this in 1 bite. I'm feeling pretty confident. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1.
In the water already. He's dead in the water already.
That's it. When you said, "Are you ready?" the look on his face was fear.
Dude, that boy,
So scared right before.
he think he's about that life.
He realized that he fucked up. He's like,
I'm expecting him to get a call from his mom in like 2 days, being like, "DJ's stomach is really just bothering him." What, like? I'll be like,
What did he eat?
I don't know why. I have no idea.
fire. He ate a stick of fire. All right, let's see.
Definitely don't check the internet for the next week. I have no idea why.
I'll cut this part out. Let's see if it plays here.
Thankfully, she doesn't watch this show.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
That's the part two.
3,
Part two.
2, 1.
Oh.
He feels it.
I was really scared I was going to get some powder in my eyes when I closed the glove.
Eyes watering.
His tongue all blue and shit.
So at this point, what are you feeling, bro?
Wait for it.
All right, show your tongue.
That's when it hit me. The minute that my tongue hit exposed air was when it all just like
Your face, you're like,
it was now opening my mouth was the worst mistake ever. Depriving it of oxygen was what I needed to do.
How long do we have to last for?
Did you have a timer running?
That was just a big time.
No, there was a timer on the I recorded it on my laptop, and so there was a timer on there.
Wow.
Ice cream.
That hiccup was murder.
Are you tapping out? Oh. Are you tapping out? He's tapping out.
Okay. Go get the ice cream.
This is your idea. You're going for 5 minutes.
he's tapping out.
I sure as fuck wasn't gonna tap
Dirty
out.
rat.
Poor kid.
Where's Izzy in all of this?
Small bite.
Is he watching?
Camping with Girl Scouts.
Disappointed in you guys.
I'm like small bites, dude, because I was like, don't eat all the fucking ice cream, because he was literally gonna shovel that whole fucking thing in his mouth, leave me hanging, and that was all we had in the house. We had talked about getting a bunch of other stuff, but just never got around to it.
Yeah, milk would have been the route to go.
You said no commitment?
You said milk would have been the root.
Oh, milk? Yeah, but that's so pedestrian. I'm like, fucking mint chocolate chip ice cream, aka the greatest ice cream ever invented. Like,
Hey,
that's-
brother, hold on, brother. You got milk in your house?
no.
Obviously, you don't. Let the white folks know.
I had oat milk in my house once.
Ew.
Right.
Why?
It's worse.
Why do you have goat milk in your house?
No, not goat milk. Oat milk.
It's-
That's racist, Val. God damn.
You got cheese in your house. You got
What do you
like
do
ice
with
cream in your
oat
house,
milk?
but you ain't got no milk in your house.
No, what would I use milk for?
Exactly, same thing. I use milk. You know what I use? You know when milk comes in my house? Milk comes in my house right before Thanksgiving to make macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, and I'm living the bachelor life right now. I'm not doing a lot of cooking. You know, I'm ordering out. My fridge is. It's a single living alone dude fridge. Faux show. There's some There's some shit in the freezer for like emergencies. You know, fucking hot pockets and shit. But you know.
Hot pocket. Do you remember that Hot Pocket guy? The video, the guy who got arrested.
What are you gonna eat?
No, the guy who got arrested. For
because he had to fucking have a hot pocket.
Because he had to.
Right. He's waiting.
Have you guys seen this? There was a video of a guy who like he had broken into like a bank or something to use their microwaves to cook a hot pocket.
That's what it was.
And like they were videotaping, someone was videotaping him as he's getting handcuffed. And the guy was like, seriously? They were like, was it really worth it? Was it worth it for a hot pocket? And as he said that, the guy who got arrested and someone in the background, they both go, hot pocket. And he goes, damn right it was. Yeah, it definitely was. It was worth it. Hot pocket. I mean, I get it. Who doesn't love a hot pocket?
Dude, a well-timed hot pocket.
Hot pocket. It's best. Anyway,
I'll find a video. Give me a second.
I was like, I was waiting for Marcus to magically
So good.
make it.
I might have watched it like at least 25 times the first time I saw it because it made me laugh so hard. Hot pocket.
Oh my God.
Not that fast.
Anyway.
Marcus.
Brian.
Oh.
Let's I don't know. Let's pivot over. Like.
Well, here, let me do.
Yeah.
Let me do the thing real quick, and then we'll segue. Anyways, for those of you out there still watching, thank you. We appreciate you. Take this time, if you haven't already, to like and share on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms on Facebook and Instagram. We are the District of Misfits. On Twitter, we are at DC Misfits. You can go to our YouTube channel and check us out there. The District of Misfits show, like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. And you can check out episodes of this show along with other amazing content produced by District Dogface Studio. And then you can take your happy selves over to crushingdc.com and purchase some gear. You'll be directly supporting us, and you'll look good doing it. Holidays are around the corner. Get those gifts that keep on giving. And on Twitch, you can find us there, District of Misfits. And if you are interested in being a guest on this show, you got a cause or some art or, I don't know, things you want to promote. Or if you'd like to do a podcast of your own, but you don't have the skills to pay the bills, reach out to us. We can help you make that happen. District Dogface Studio at gmail.com.
I feel like the Baltimore Beat needs a podcast.
No. No.
I mean,
we have to get. Listen to me. I hear people say this to me all the time. We need to get the first part, down, and then we can expand.
Crawl
right now.
You're crawling. You're trying to get to walking.
I mean, I don't want to be all funny. I'm a writer, so in my mind, I'm like, the writing is not crawling. But like, what I'm saying is, we need to get the first thing out. Hey, we have a different logo, so I should send it to you next time I come on here.
Or send it to me now.
That other one looked very urban, sir. What to say?
That one looked gangster. But like right now,
urban.
So what's it look like?
It's like our font is so clean. So last time I didn't.
So fresh.
I'll put it in
so
the
clean.
I'll put it in the chat. We are super clean as far as a thing going on there.
Hey Val, it's working.
You see that? That's clean.
Oh, damn. So
Yeah, we're cool.
urban.
Ooh, I like.
Yeah, we just punch you in the face. There's no, you know.
Yo, it's straight up, straight no chaser.
Yeah. There's no
Showing my age again, but in the good way.
Yeah, there's nothing in this drink. It's just ice, and the ice gets in the way sometimes.
It's ice and the truth.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, yeah, but like we have talked about that. It's funny you guys mentioned that. We've talked about that, and it's always like I'm always like, yo, listen, let's get the first thing down. We want to be a really good, like it's a paper where every 2 weeks, so we think like a magazine a little bit. So I was like, let's get that part down.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your paper a little bit more. Let's talk about what you're here.
So anyway, I was here back in July, was it? Y'all, I was in July.
Yeah.
Time is fluid, has no meaning to me.
Time's a flat circle, right? I was here in July right before we launched, and now we have launched, and we have 5 issues. As our 5th issue came out on Wednesday. And so right now we are distributing 15,000 print newspapers. And
you were here July 10th.
Yeah, and the paper came out August 10th, which is, yes, our actual first issue came out August 10th. So on August 10th, we launched an actual publication, and we are now 5 issues in, and we're putting 15,000 newspapers in neighborhoods in Baltimore that don't actually get covered by the news here often, and more importantly, don't have access to it because 40% of the city doesn't have a home internet connection. 75,000 households.
You said 40% of the city.
40% of the city doesn't have a home internet connection. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
It's Baltimore, man.
Incredible.
It's Baltimore. I listen. I don't know what the number is in DC, but I can tell you something right now. It's probably not. It's much lower than that than you think.
No, I wouldn't. And it's all concentrated in one quadrant. The majority of it is concentrated.
Yes, ours is a little more spread out because Baltimore is very block by block, and so 75,000 households don't have a desktop or laptop computer. So we want to get a print publication now. You listen to those numbers. 15,000 papers does not, does the best we can do to cover that, but we're not going to cover that completely. So we've been doing some stories about housing. We've done some stories about criminal justice, but as I was trying to put to bed an issue, we had a young man at Bergenthaler Vocational Technical School, Mervo, which is a couple blocks from where I'm at right now, getting ready for his first game on the varsity team. And he went outside to deal with some personal issue with a guy, and he was killed. And I saw that. I was like, oh, we need to deal with the fact that this kid was killed. And I immediately remembered that another one of their players had died last year at a football-related injury. So the kid in the picture here for Sterling Thomas had talked to the young man who was killed on September 2nd, right before he was killed. And he was best friends with the other young man, Elijah Gorham, who had died in a football-related injury last year. And so what I was trying to get to in the story was the idea of grieving and like the idea of grieving and like the emotional part of it. A lot of times we don't let Black boys really get to show their full emotional like response to things. We just go, huh?
You're back. You were lagging. You're fine. Continue.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of times we don't let Black boys show their full emotional response to things. And what we get is we get like, oh, these kids are tough. And the whole story is about like, is pushing against the idea that they have to be tough. We let them be what they were going to be, which is this like emotional responsive stuff and putting things back together and trying to move on. And that was the story. And we wrote a lot of words.
I mean, do you feel like you I guess do you feel like the community is responding positively to the publication? Do you feel like you're getting some good feedback?
People love the paper, but I'm always suspicious. Here's the thing. I think people love the paper, and I've seen that. But I'm always like, well, everyone loves it, but let's see. I always have that kind of like, I've been in newspapers for almost 20 years, and I watched the newspaper business like decline. So I always have that kind of shell shock. Like, they love it today, but let's see what happens. But they have been really responsive to this. You know, we put out 15,000 papers every 2 weeks, and literally we might get when we go back in 2 weeks to the places we distribute papers to, we might return 1,000 papers.
Which is not bad numbers.
It's a great number.
What is your how are you how are you doing distribution? Do you just got you got old school paper boys running around throwing shit out? Or you got a box you guys put on certain corners, or how are you doing it?
So what we did was we got a guy, Easy Jackson, who's like a local guy here, and he was a rapper here, but he's also done some political campaigns. He knows how to get stuff to where people are at. And what he does is he gets us in stores and restaurants and businesses where we need to be. But he's getting us to like Black Baltimore. That's what we're trying to serve.
You end up in the barbershops.
Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. Barbershops, beauty salons.
Yeah.
We're getting in libraries, we're getting in schools.
Cool. Very cool. You guys got to figure out some way to celebrate your when you hit a year, because I feel like given how the print news industry is kind of like, fading, for you guys to hit that milestone is going to be,
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we had a launch party for the issue on August 10th, and like I bought Veuve Clicquot for the whole staff. and then so it's me and like 3 Black women, right? It's wonderful, right? And I bought them like liquor for their birthdays. I bought some Bookers for my editor-in-chief. I bought some Douce for arts editor. So what do I have to do at a year? Do I have to buy like Ace of Spades?
See, I was gonna say you already fucked up and started off way too high, dude.
Like up here, you're way up
in
here
with a fucking handle of Old Crow.
Yeah, should have brought some White Cliff
and some fucking solo cups and been like, yeah, fucking made it. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out from there, but you done already hit fucking platinum, bro.
I gotta pull the Ace of Spades out now, right?
You could be handing out Fabergé eggs in 5 years, dude. Hope diamonds and shit, bro.
So we were talking about like we're gonna like if we go we're gonna apply for a bunch of journalism awards in the spring, and I was like, if we win those, we're getting like Baltimore Beat chains, like it's death row. And y'all have never seen me in person. I'm like 6'5", almost 6'6". Like, so like I may turn around and act like Suge Knight at an award show. If you don't want your editor all up in your NPR.
All up in your NPR. Changing your headlines.
Yeah. Calling the Ball Beat.
Hanging Bamas off of balconies and shit. Yeah. Dude, yeah, you can't start with that. You should have split a bottle of Courvoisier and some shit and been like, so next year.
My thing was like, you're never gonna want your paper twice.
Get you.
And here's the thing, like the weird thing is like I love them and they're great, and I have supreme confidence in what we do. That's it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
They'll remember you fondly. They'll be like, at least he wasn't cheap. At least he didn't show up with a handle of Old Crow and some solo cups talking about.
I literally at that time we had 5 people on staff, and I literally bought 5 bottles of Veuve Clicquot Rosé for our. I was like, fuck it. What are we gonna do?
So you lost one, huh?
You know your stuff. You got it.
No. I didn't feel like I lost one. I felt like I celebrated. We were popping bottles, and people, they thought we were at our launch party. It was like, this is the most ignorant ass shit ever.
So is there more to that story that you wrote with the kids?
So there is a little more. So anyway, on Friday, the young man who's featured in the story you see in the lead shot, that's Sterling Thomas. He's our team captain, the middle linebacker. His mom was like, "Hey, the family loved this story. Could you bring some more papers? We have another game. Could you drop the papers off of the game? There's a game against Baltimore Polytechnic." I went to the game. I gave the mom the papers. I'm watching a little bit of the game, and Sterling collapses on the field. And I think I'm gonna say that's the south end zone at Poly, at the 9-yard line. His friend Elijah Gorham, he fell at the 7-yard line. That ball eventually cost Elijah his life. And when Sterling fell at the 9, people were like, "Wow!" The whole stadium just held its breath. He wasn't moving. He was laid out on the floor. Apparently, what he had like a stinger, and he fell down. He's doing okay, but he went off in a neck brace. And so there's a little bit of like this team that can't catch a break. The thing about this team is this Mervo team, they won a state championship in Maryland last year. So after Elijah Gorham got hurt last year, they didn't lose. So when Jeremiah Brogdon, who's a young man who got shot in September, when he got killed, they were trying to use that as motivation, like, oh, we shouldn't lose again, which gets tricky. And some of the coaches like, well, we really shouldn't be doing like using this as motivation. But that's what these boys did.
I mean, sports is weird like that,
It is very weird. It's very weird.
You find motivation where you can, and sometimes it's in some pretty unconventional. Sometimes it's not, it's tragedy motivates sometimes.
It does, and you don't want it to be that way, but it also is just the way it is, and it is whatever they would tell. Anybody who would listen to them, they would tell them like, listen, we're gonna be fine. We'll be okay. And I'm looking at them like, are you gonna be okay?
But yeah, that's like telling them that it's not okay to feel.
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't feel. It'll be fine. Like no. Sometimes like you gotta allow yourself to feel that, and then channel it into something positive. Like, we're gonna go out here and fucking do this.
And like the coach in the story at different points is like, doesn't seem like he's cool with them playing, but he is. But part of him is like, as a dad, he's like, if I can get them to practice, then I know where they are, and I know they're safe because they're with me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, also sometimes repetition and routine is also like it's it's how some people cope. It's exactly. I've definitely had some fucked up shit happen and been like, you know what? I'm really glad I have like this 12-hour shift ahead of me so I can think about everything that's not this, until I can, process like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm back on the again.
You
haven't said that in a while, dude.
I think I've been saying it a lot though. It's been creeping in. I started thinking about it. I feel like I said it a few times tonight. A few times too many.
Hey, Colleen, where do you live in the district?
I live in Edgewood, so Rhode Island Avenue, near the Rhode Island Avenue Metro.
Is that what they call your neighborhood?
Edgewood, yeah, it's to the left, yeah.
Is that where that problematic, like, isn't Edgewood, like, isn't Rhode Island Avenue Edgewood where that problematic, like, Wendy's or McDonald's, where everyone gets, like, hit by the cars over there?
Wendy's is gone.
Dave Thomas Circle?
That's New York, Florida.
That's New York. Yeah, we're on Rhode Island.
Yeah, now Wendy's is gone, yeah.
There's a McDonald's. There's a McDonald's near me.
Which isn't nearly as problematic as one might think. But it is a McDonald's on Rhode Island Avenue, so it's still got its problems.
So if you hear me,
at least it's like
muting.
What?
Yeah. I said, if you hear me muting, it's because, or if you see me muting, it's because the sirens that come down my street are.
Oh yes,
super aggressive.
You're on a busy.
You got to look how Rhode Island and New Hampshire are like the longest streets in DC and then the smallest states.
I never thought about that.
I mean,
Think about that.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, we need one of those graphics.
Bing that shit.
Nope.
All right. Well, that was a lovely segue into Colleen.
Yeah, Colleen, tell
Why
us
are you on our show?
Nice.
why is you here?
Nothing else to do on a Sunday night.
What had happened was
I found this link to a StreamYard something, and
I just
like,
decided
what's
to
this
click
about?
it.
Yeah, what's this about? Yeah, hi.
Hi. Thanks for coming on, honestly.
tell folks a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, so we discussed a little earlier before we started something. I'm from right outside of Philadelphia in South Jersey, and I've lived in the district for close 15, 17 years, something like that. Long time.
Mm-hmm.
I met a lot of you fine folks on H Street back in the day.
That was fun.
Back when it was fun, in the beginning, 2007, 2008.
Trailblazing.
That's right. I wasn't even legally allowed to drink at the time.
Allegedly.
The more you know.
Marcus, we need an allegedly graphic too.
Anything else I can do for you?
I mean, yeah,
So was in the restaurant industry with y'all for a long time, and now I'm working for a nonprofit that we do food rescue to prevent food waste and food insecurity here in the district.
So can you explain when we were talking about that a few months ago? Like, can you explain a little bit more? I was like, this is amazing. Like, I wish I'd known about it sooner.
For sure.
Explain a little bit more.
Yeah. So what we do is that we use an app, and then we have volunteers download the app, and we rescue food from businesses that have a surplus. So anything like corporate cafeterias, farmers markets, school cafeterias, bakeries, bagel shops, little, small restaurants, markets. And then we take them and we pair them with an organization that will then take that food and feed their communities who tend to be low income and food insecure. So if you're one of our volunteers, so you have a car or a bike, car is ideal. You can kind of pick and choose which rescues make the most sense for your schedule. So like, say you're open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 2, you can look in the app, see what's going on those days, and be like, okay, I'll take these bagels from Call Your Mother Deli in Parkview, and I'll take them to Samaritan Inn in Columbia Heights, or whatever it is. It's usually like 10 to 15 minutes from pickup to drop off. So you could do it in a half an hour, and that's a pretty solid way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing. And so I know, so I was having a conversation with somebody the other day when I was explaining that you were going to be on our show, and they were saying how, there are specific laws against, like, for instance, like restaurants, like where you can't donate like prepared food, right? Because there's like a liability with it. I mean, I always understood that like you couldn't really like donate food that's already been prepared or handled by I don't know, like cooked food, because if somebody were to get sick.
That's how it was when I worked for the Redskins. We weren't allowed to give away all that food. We had so much food left over every game, and we had to throw it away because of that law. Yeah.
Right. So is that so? How, like, is it normally food that you all pick up or whatever? Is it like unprepared food, like you had like fruits and bagels and things like that, or is it? Am I incorrect? Like, are restaurants able to?
Are you guys rolling up to Popeyes at closing time, being like,
"Give me your chicken"?
It's actually all different kinds of food. So there's this, it's a law called the Bill Emerson Good Samaritan Act, which protects the person who makes the food and donates it to us. We are a 501(c)(3), and then we bring it to an organization. So in that regard, right now, as the law stands, they're actually doing a Food Donation Improvement Act. It's happening right now in Capitol Hill. Actually, we were there a few months ago, kind of pushing it through to different Congress members. So it kind of clarifies the red tape that goes around, because a lot of people think is actually law, but it's not. You are able to, you're not liable if you give me, let's say you're having a buyout, or let's say you're a restaurant and you have a pipe burst and you have a bunch of food that you had set up for the day, but your pipe burst. And so like you made it, you can't do anything with it because you have to close for the day. I will take that food and I'll bring it to an organization that can use it and feed it directly to their communities. And so that kind of thing. But restaurants right now, as it stands, cannot donate directly to the people that they're feeding. So you have to have a conduit, like the middleman has to then take it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's me doing a rescue. So we'll take so this, for instance, we'll do Care First 3 days a week. We'll make 120 sandwich boxes and we'll take them to 3 different places. And they, there's, for example, in 16th Street, they're Shrine of the Sacred Heart. They feed their community 7 days a week. So if we can provide Mondays and Thursdays with these sandwiches from Care First, that alleviates them and their costs and what they have to spend on feeding their parishioners and their community. So those sorts of things. So it is getting improved, where there will be, with this law that passes, it will allow restaurants to donate directly to. So in times of need, in Miami, when those towers went down or the apartment complex went down, and you had restaurants who were trying to scramble and feed people, technically, unless they were going through an organization like Food Rescue, it was tough there. That is a liability, even though you don't want, obviously you want to feed people when you have the ability to do so, but it is tough. So there are, it is being amended right now, that it is, because, the Bill Emerson Act is from 1991, I think, don't quote me. But a lot has changed, and there's a lot of things that are a little gray area. So we're trying to fix that communication and to have a clear message as you can donate this food, as long as it hasn't been out in a buffet and other people have touched it, that sort of thing. Yeah, that I can't take that.
Right on. Do you have a site where people can stop to volunteer?
We do. It's Food Rescue US. It's Food Rescue US. I think it's foodrescue.us actually. And you can download the app. So you won't find the app in the App Store or Google Play or anything like that. You have to it's a web-based app. You have to download it. But then once you download it, it'll have the schedule from Sunday through Saturday, so you can kind of scroll through and see what's open and pick and choose which ones work for you.
Excellent. So you can be charitable at your own convenience.
You sure can. Yeah. Do a little shopping in the app and be like, I'm feeling super helpful today around 2:00, and I'll go rescue some bagels and I'll take them, and then I'll be done by 3.
There you go.
So if you have these waves of compassion and you want to help out, pick your hours.
Do it in half-an-hour periods of time.
You're good. You're good.
I know. I feel like a dick because I know that I said that I was going to do it, and then I completely forgot about downloading that. I sometimes have free time. Definitely after November, I will have more free time.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
And I will
we'll be needing rescues in November.
Val's gonna need some rescuing herself come November.
Yeah.
She's gonna need a vacation.
Exactly.
That's right.
So tell us a little. I know that you have an event coming up on October 18th. Tell us a little bit about that.
We have a fundraiser happening on the 18th at Gallery O on H Street. Bringing it back to H Street.
I know that place very well.
Yeah. So it's a great space. It's super unique. There's an indoor-outdoor space. It has a courtyard with an indoor gallery, so it's kind of a nice flow to it. And we have a lot of our food donors that we work with are donating food for us to serve, which is cool. So myself and Ryan Gordon, who is the owner of the Queen Vic and Granville Moore on H Street, is on our advisory. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I saw that Ryan's gonna be there cooking some stuff. Donated from where? Where is it gonna be donated from? And he's gonna show how to prepare some food.
Right.
there.
So what Ryan's doing is from Costco. So we do a lot of Costco rescues with Ryan. So that's from Arlington and the DC.
So
Costco?
explain a Costco rescue. How does that?
So let's say for example, today we had we got a text that said they had 6 pallets of peaches that they needed to find homes for.
Oh, shit.
And they had a similar call last week, so I was able to take the ones last week. So Atlas Brewworks is making us a beer out of rescued peaches that we've gotten from the farmers market.
Right on. Yo,
Wow.
go Costco.
That's a
Go
good
Atlas
name.
Brewworks. I'm
Go
into that.
Atlas.
Let us know when that's coming out.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have it it's at the event. That's when it's happening.
Ooh,
The debut will be at the event. So they've been super great, and we've been kind of collecting peaches, gleaning. So when you glean the farmers market, we'll take the peaches and we bring them to Atlas on a Sunday. And then anytime, you know, we lucked out that last week, Costco called and they were like, I have, you know, a pallet of peaches, so I ran and got it. Took some food to Hips on the way on 8th Street,
Shout
and
out
then
to
I,
Hips.
yeah, and dropped off the rest because they had a bunch like salads, you know, fruits, vegetables, whatever, that were about to turn. You know, you go grab them and you bring them to people who can make. You know, if there's a pallet of bananas, they're like, cool. This week I'm making banana bread for all the people in my community. Things
Everyone's
like that.
getting banana bread.
Everyone's getting banana bread. That's right, or smoothies, whatever it is. So they've been super helpful, and there it is, Queen Vic. So Ryan and I will be kind of heading up the catering crew at there he is at the event. So he's been super helpful, and he'll be doing a live cooking demo, making, I believe, a veggie curry. I believe that's what's happening. So.
What doesn't Ryan do? That's what I want to know.
Oh man, he does it all. So in addition to that, we have a really great silent auction. We've got some great alcoholic beverages donated from our local partners or local donors. Jameson has been nice, and they're donating a case. We've got Tito's with a bar serving our welcome cocktail. We've got Republic Restoratives on show. And obviously Atlas will be pouring their beer as well. We've got a little local live jazz trio, and then Nikki Nellis will be our MC, and she hosts Foodie and the Beef and Industry Night too, podcast.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, come on out and support y'all.
And how do people buy tickets to the event?
So you can go to, so if you go to our Instagram, foodrescueus.pc, and you click on the link in our bio, it'll send you to buy tickets, but it's also on our Facebook and, you know, at our webpage as well on the Food Rescue website.
There you go.
That's super exciting. Great. That is sounds like a really great cause.
Yeah, the space is awesome. I hadn't been there in a really long time. They changed it up during the pandemic. That looks great.
And I'm sure with the holidays coming up, things are going to be busier for you guys. So, you know, if you want to come back on here and promote some more, we can be happy to have you.
Thank you so much. Well, thanks for letting me share what I'm getting into now.
So before you joined this organization, what were you doing?
Yeah, Colleen, what were you doing?
I was running restaurants in DC for a little while, the better part of a decade. My last spot was called Boundary Stone. It's a little neighborhood pub in Bloomingdale.
I love that spot.
It's a good spot. And we had to take a hiatus at the end of November of 2020. We weren't gonna be able to stay open through the winter without, you know, patios and money and all those things. So I took that opportunity to go back to New Jersey to spend some time with my family. And then I decided I was going to stay there for a little while longer, and that turned into a year and a half. And I had started a catering company up there. I was making dinners for people, which was super fun and a challenge, and, you know, kind of started to pique my interest in food waste and food insecurity. And I had gotten into it years before when I was managing at Blue Jacket down by the Navy Yard. We used to have these epic buyouts we would just have food covering every surface of this massive restaurant, and then at the end of the night,
just like
no one had touched anything, and we were just throwing it away. And I was, you know, beside myself, just trying to figure out where I was calling places, and I was, you know, I forced my staff to take as much as they could in boxes, and they were like, "Oh, we're going to Metro, we're on bikes. I've taken everything I can." And I was like, "Should I just leave these in parks somewhere? Like, can I just like have them for people?" And on the, you know, and at the time, Food Rescue US wasn't established here in DC, and it wasn't until a few years later. So it's kind of a nice way to kind of get back into it, to come back down here and work for this organization.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Good stuff. I was trying to find a segue into this next thing because I don't know. It's football season and you know, DC loves its football. I saw this story earlier in the week, and it's such a typical DC football thing that, like, I feel like now is probably a good time to share this and maybe poke a little fun. So there's a whole thing about Dan Snyder being in trouble for being a scumbag. I mean, multiple levels, you know, shitty football owner, shitty human being, you know, sleazebag, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So in typical like Dan Snyder fashion, like his lawyers basically came back and were like, actually, the problem is everybody but Dan Snyder. And I just feel like it's like the epitome of like, I know you are, but what am I? You know, kind of thing. But the Post put out this article yesterday that I just want to read some of it. It's just so ridiculous. The headline is Daniel Snyder ramps up effort to shift blame to former ally Bruce Allen.
Oh, wait, I did read this.
Yeah.
I saw this.
So, this article is written by Liz Clark, Mark Mask, and Nikki Jabavla. Hope I'm not messing up your name. Pardon me if I am. Goes a little something like this. Daniel Snyder's embrace of Bruce Allen was total in December 2009. In announcing Allen's hiring as general manager of Washington's NFL franchise, Snyder hailed him as a seasoned front office executive and a quote-unquote proven winner. After a decade of declining attendance and only 3 winning seasons, Snyder's rejection of Allen was similarly total. He fired Allen as team president in December of 2019. But Snyder didn't stop there. 3 months later, he tried to cut Allen's guaranteed severance pay in half. More than a year later, when Snyder's ownership appeared threatened by an NFL-sponsored investigation into reports of widespread workplace sexual harassment, Snyder and his attorneys sought evidence that would portray Allen as the architect of the toxic behavior. The House Committee on Oversight and Reform concluded in a report in June that characterized the actions as an effort to scapegoat his former team president.
Well,
just like this motherfucking.
I was there during the Bruce Allen days, and I can say Dan Snyder's still a piece of shit, but I saw a lot of things from Bruce Allen. I saw some dirty shit that he did. Hold on a sec. Hey, Val, unmute yourself, please. I can't hear Bill. Same as every week. Leave it unmuted, please.
What's up, Val? You got to poop?
There we go. Thank you. So yeah, I saw a lot of weird things, and there's a VIP room, or it's a VIP club. It's in the club level. There's this bar. It was the Humidors, the old cigar. I don't even know if it's still there, but I mean that's where we would congregate after games. Cheerleaders, some players, employees on the higher up like myself, and there was a lot of sexual harassment going on. Let's just say that, and I'll leave it at that. He was a big part of it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Salacious, Marcus.
I mean, there's plenty of times. I know I read it. There's plenty. He said something. There's plenty of times when I saw, cheerleaders, 20-year-olds sitting on Bruce Allen's lap. It's like it was a hot mess. Let's just put it like that. One big hot mess.
Now, by no means was I trying to put anyone in any kind of on any kind of pedestal, But I just thought it was really funny because like his lawyer was on, like Daniel Snyder's lawyer was giving some interview, and he was like, "Oh, it was definitely." I mean, he was literally just like
Snyder
pointing at anyone and everyone, and was like, "There's no way." And I'm like, "Okay, so what you're saying is
Snyder was there
is
too,
that this dude is
sometimes.
so he was either aware."
Oh, he was
and
totally aware. 100%.
He was aware and
100%.
powerless to do anything about it, or he was aware and chose not to do anything about it.
Not to, because everybody
whether or not he actively participated. Like, I mean, we could trade stories all day. Like, I have a story that's easily. This story is almost as old as he's owned the team. Of him getting kicked out of Ozio during at 6 or 7 in the evening, like during happy hour, because he was harassing the busboy for blow. Like, you know,
oh yeah,
it's all kinds of all you know, but it's like if there's a toxic culture, that shit's usually like top down.
Oh, dude, he yeah, dude. Snyder's a piece of shit too.
You know,
like,
and this is
the blame off his childish.
I just found it to be. It's very I don't know. It's very Trumpian. Like
they're buddies.
It's very like you do some wild shit and then you're like, oh no, it was that guy.
It's like he's telling the truth, but he's like pushing away blame by telling the truth.
He's telling the truth, but he's like, my friend did this.
Yeah, he's masking behind it, but that bitch was right there. Snyder was there.
So for those of you still spending your money, giving that guy your money, I'm sorry. You should stop.
Yeah, like when all these stories started coming out a couple years ago, I'm like, yeah, no shit.
And I mean, you know, it's not to say that this couldn't be happening in any particular NFL franchise, but this is the one that we know. This is the one that we have access to all that information to. So that's who we're roasting now.
And they forget DC and this DMV is a small town. It's a city. It's a small town, though. Everybody's there.
Yeah. That's the.
What's going on in Philly? Is your organization being run pristinely and smoothly with everyone?
Oh, the 5-0.
Hey, your record. Well, no, bring her back on because she needs to hear this. Your perfect record does not absolve your organization from shenanigans and tomfoolery.
I want some clarity here, Colleen. Where in New Jersey are you?
It's just a little town called Marlton. It's a 25-minute drive from Philadelphia.
Okay. All right.
Still trash.
No. It's like you're saying you're from DC, but you live in like Hyattville.
I'm from South Jersey, though. To be fair,
because my team is a little further up the Jersey Turnpike.
Did you the Giants or the Jets?
Oh, the Jets. That's the team. The Jets are the team.
Brian, I didn't know that. Brian, I'm a Giants fan as well, brother.
I know.
I need a new team. Maybe I'll become a Ravens fan just so I can have a reason to talk shit.
I mean, we're 4-1 for some reason. How? I don't know.
The quarterback is terrible.
Yo, he played good today, though, man. He won that
game. No. They hit him today. They hit him in the game. They're like, let's hide him.
That's fine.
You said they hit him.
Somehow we still won. We beat the Packers. So, okay.
Oh, yeah. Anytime Aaron Rodgers loses now, that's like a good thing.
Yeah, fuck Aaron Rodgers.
That guy should never win anything ever again. And I hope Brett Favre's dick rots off. Like, that guy fucking sucks.
Man, what is it about Green Bay quarterbacks, man? Why are they such cunts?
Dude, something in the water.
Bart Starr is probably like the high watermark there.
Bart. He's probably said the N-word like a bunch of times, though.
He's from Alabama. He absolutely did.
Said it this morning for breakfast.
It makes his teeth white.
Oh, yo!
Wait, is that my problem?
Marcus, don't make me come over there.
See, you just looked at me again.
Hey guys, I gotta go to bed because I'm tired and I'm like running out of steam. So I will see you guys. But thank you for having me on.
Yo, thank you, man. We look forward to having you back sometime soon, brother.
All right, man.
Keep up the good work.
You're welcome anytime here.
All right, man. Take it easy, y'all. Hey, Colleen, nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
Whoa, Colleen, was that outside your window?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Rhode Island Avenue on a Sunday night, representing.
Anyone that's ever slept on my couch is like, I can't sleep here. Like, it's so loud. I was like, what?
Dude,
It's like a lullaby out here on Rhode Island Avenue.
I love fucking street noise. Like
Yeah.
living on 4th Street with all the fucking shit running up and down through
dude,
there. I was like,
did you do what I do? Like anytime you heard an ambulance, you just like had to mute yourself or mute the TV for like 2 minutes?
no, I'm not that. No, but I mean, I can't. If you put me somewhere where it's just crickets, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I need some random drunk people shouting at each other while they walk down the street. I need somebody playing music way too fucking loud at o'clock in the morning. Somebody burning out, some almost crash.
I always wait for it. Like I hear them come up the hill in Rhode Island, and then I wait for the crash. It's happened a few times, and I'm like, not today.
Yeah, but yeah, and all the sirens all day. Cement mixers going by. You fucking I love it, dude. I'm the only person that won't get pissed when there's jackhammering outside my window.
It'll be a hell of a, trying to rent this place out. My slightly more difficult. I have to have in a questionnaire, are you okay with all the surrounding noise that comes with Rhode Island Avenue?
Do you love to sleep to the sounds of the animal kingdom?
That's great. They're all here.
How loud is the metro?
I'm not close enough. I mean, I can hear it, but it's the sirens are a much more the G8 bus telling me how much that the ride is going to cost right outside my window is always nice. That all
amazing. Yeah, Bill and I lived a block away from each other before we really knew each other, and I understand exactly what he's saying about that block, which I miss the fuck out of that block. When I first moved out to Mount Rainier, I was like, it's so quiet. I don't like this at all. I see deer walking down the fucking street. What the fuck? Didn't know that. I didn't even know Mount Rainier existed until I moved down there. I was like, what the fuck? What's this Hyattsville you talking about? I didn't know.
Well, we're not far. You're just up Rhode Island Avenue.
It's it's road. Yeah, you're on the other side of the line. It's Rhode Island Avenue. It's Route 1.
First time I rode out here was with Chef Teddy. Teddy was coming out.
Oh yeah.
What is all this shit out here?
Where are we going?
Anything past Montana? At that point, I was only in the.
You mean South Dakota?
Yeah, I think it's South Dakota.
No, Montana. I never drove past Montana because when I worked in Annapolis, I took Montana, and that's the way I took 50. But I never.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see what you mean.
Okay.
I see.
Okay.
So I never went past that light because I didn't have to. I always stayed in my little bubble. Because when I was on 8th Street, I didn't have a car, so I didn't go anywhere. And I got a car when I lived on 4th Street, and like I said, I only drove to Annapolis, and I took 50, which I've taken my whole life when I come here.
Right.
Yeah. So past Montana, no idea.
I was on 9th and K in Northeast, right when I graduated college, when I was working on 8th Street. That was in 2009. 2009 must have been.
Where'd you go to college at?
That was a special time. I went to Catholic University of America.
I lived on 5th and K Northeast back in 2000, and I wish I had saved the money that I was making and bought that fucking house.
Jesus, man, for real.
That house. I got a short list of regrets. Not hunkering down and buying that fucking house is on that list.
I mean, who would have known that 8th Street would have became fucking 8th Street?
I think we knew it at the time. I think in 2007, 2008, we knew it at the time, but it was.
2001 and not 2001, boo. Oh no, he wasn't there yet.
Not into it. Yeah, no, 2008, 2009, we were like, oh.
He wasn't sure there was going to be a future because I was like, well, maybe this Y2K shit happens a couple years later. Then,
Always be prepared.
Maybe there's a delay, 2002 is when shit really hits the fan.
Well, 2038 or 36, it's another Y2K type thing.
Is that right? Which calendar is that? Is that the?
No, it's
because the Mayan calendar was 2012, right? Where we all
the Mayan calendar was 2012.
It's no calendar. It's because the IBM computers, the old computers, it's the way they count the numbers and shit. Yeah. Is actually going to reset So,
Again?
Well, it's going to stop counting. At one point, it stops counting, and I forget all the bullshit. Like I'll bring it up next week, but I'll explain exactly what it is. But
I don't.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Just trust me.
Bring on the apocalypse, man. What are you gonna do?
I mean, there's
Well,
asteroids on their way here anyway.
I mean, they're sitting here
That's-
they're
They're
fucking
testing.
they're doing practice runs of Armageddon and shit up in this
That's
motherfucker,
right.
thinking that they're cute. Oh, we're just trying to see what would happen if we shot a missile at a fucking asteroid.
know.
Like, bitch, I see y'all. Just because Bruce Willis retired, don't think y'all fucking
I got a job for you.
see you. Yeah, man.
Make you drink this other one.
Actually, I got
Fine, Valerie. I will drink this weird cucumber seltzer that thinks it's a hot tub time machine.
Where's it from?
The bowels of hell, but
Oh,
wait, I should have looked
It's not
at it
very-
before I opened it. Oh wait, hold on, I have an empty here.
Always thinking, boo.
Always thinking. Well, not always, but sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh, did Brian?
Let's
I'm
see.
sorry.
Yeah, sub hard seltzer, organic, blah, 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 something, 5% alcohol, something, under 1 carb, gluten free, something, brewed and packaged by Milwaukee Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin,
Milwaukee, eh?
for Liquid Collective LLC. Thank you,
Got
Alice
it.
Cooper.
Got it.
Wayne's World. Yeah, whoever Liquid Collective LLC is.
That sounds like a drug dealer.
I really feel like I violated myself by drinking this now. Although it does say USDA organic on the can.
Right. And so
Okay.
I was like,
I bought it.
So
So
good for
I have a friend who loves to say my friend Brian Baird, aka Bobble, who loves to be like, "Sup, girl?" Like it's a thing. He's just like, "Sup, girl?" Every time. And boy, male, female, doesn't matter. Like, he'll just be like, "Sup, girl?" Whatever. So I bought it. Like I took a picture, I sent it to him. We were going to this house party. I had one, and I was like.
Like, sup, I'm leaving you on the curb.
Yeah, I was like, I can't barely even like muscle through it. I mean, I did because I'm not gonna waste, but like,
All right, so I figured out this whole thing. So this is what's going to happen. And it's called.
we're all gonna be dead by then.
Yeah.
This is what it's called, the 2038 problem time formatting bug.
Formatting bug.
Yeah, so it's like the encoding of how they encode is 32-bit system, and it runs out at that.
And they haven't figured out during this time how to fix it.
Well, they're in the process
not
of
run
trying to
out?
fix that. Well, they're trying to up it to.
Well, they have 16 years to figure it out, right?
They're trying to figure
Because
out
that doesn't look like a Doogie Howser message. That's like when the computers were first. Yep, there it is.
Your PC and laptops will stop working. But oh my god! Oh my god!
what is that? It looks like
I am
DOS.
the blue
What is it?
Screen of death. Blue Screen of Death is going to be the name of my next hardcore band.
No one hears this thing. Amazing.
Patent pending, fuckers. Dude, that's weird. How have I never heard about this
I've never heard of it
until
either.
now?
I just heard
Also,
about it a couple weeks ago.
didn't they have like a whole like about like Y2K? Wasn't it like everything was like, oh, we're all
dude,
gonna like
everything was
crash
gonna
and
shut down,
burn?
Planes were gonna fall out of the sky.
Well, they were afraid that the
Respirators were gonna stop working.
They thought when the 99 switched to 00, they thought it was going to revert back to.
We're gonna hot tub time machine ourselves back.
Until
Sup, girl?
Yep.
We were gonna hot tub time ourselves back to the sup, girl.
Back to the sup, girl.
Sup, girl.
All right, let's play the third part of Boo's video.
Oh yeah, suffering. Ugh. Man wrestles child for final bite of ice cream. Film at 11.
I think I might have hit the peak. No.
Should have never opened my mouth. That's the kiss of death, dude.
Now we know.
Was this a good idea, son?
No.
Wait, is that where the video naturally ended? Because I literally just kind of, when I had said it in clips, I was like, okay, I think it stops here. Like
No,
when
it's just the video part itself.
Okay, cool. Good job, Marcus.
Don't fucking blame me. It's this piece of shit.
Good job.
Woo. Yeah, this morning. I was still like not okay.
Wait, so
That's
this
a
was
hard
yesterday when
This
you
was
did
yesterday. Yeah, fresh.
it. Interessante.
And for anybody who was harassing me about live streaming it, first of all, I'm sad that I didn't on the one hand, but I'm glad that I didn't because I was able to share it with you guys first. But then I'll be posting it in my stories tomorrow so you guys can all enjoy it at your leisure. The suffering of the Dixons.
I love it.
That's no thank you for me.
Right? No, thank you. Like
No.
I said, I took one lick off my finger by accident, and I was like,
Do not recommend.
No. I'm far too Irish. Like we can't as a we're not spicy.
Colleen, you
Could
would
you imagine?
spontaneously combust.
I would die. I would absolutely
burst
like
into
that
flames.
would it. My face would melt off of my body. It would be
that
tragic.
Indiana Jones, like
Oof, that would be me.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah.
are there different flavors?
Yes.
Which one did you have, Marcus?
Every year they put out a new one. A new one. The ones that we did were blue corn chip.
And they were blue. They were all. I had the one I had was blue, but it was in a yellow red package, which I have.
All right, this one literally
I was
said.
gonna say,
Like,
don't we have like another one somewhere, like hidden?
We got two of them.
I mean, old and hot.
Ooh,
I don't know.
probably
It's
extra
probably
spicy.
hotter. It's probably hotter now than it was then. It's been marinating in that shit.
Damn, I got the hiccups.
You got the hiccups just thinking about it?
No, thank you.
Dude, I hiccuped while I was in the middle of that shit and thought I was gonna die. I was like, oh no, now it's in my lungs.
Only if your lungs just like disintegrate in flames.
Oh, I was like, I'm dying.
Real fast, Colleen, go ahead and tell us again. What's your event?
Oh, it's our We Rescue 22, our fundraiser. It's our second fundraiser. First one, since the COVID times. At Gallery L on Age on Tuesday the 18th, a week from Tuesday. Tickets are on sale. Pretty cheap, in comparison to other events, I guess. It's $100.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too crazy. Asking too much.
Yeah, it's all, and like Marcus said, it is for a good cause, and like I imagine that some of that money for the tickets goes towards the.
Yeah, it helps us to do more outreach. So actually, one of our big plans moving forward is kind of getting more restaurants involved as partners, and when restaurants, caterers, venues, event venues, they kind of think of us instantaneously when they have to close because of pipe burst or because their distributor dropped off 3 cases of tomatoes instead of 1, and now what are they going to do with all these things? Right. Or you have something that's about to turn, you need to use it, bring it to us, or make a line in your BEO that the host can sign off on any extra food that hasn't been put out to have us come get it, or hold it at the venue if they can. That'd be great.
Is it a write-off?
Yeah.
Is it a write-off?
I'm sorry.
Is it a write-off?
Yeah. So then, like, once you're in our app as a food donor, at the end of that the fiscal year, we'll send you all the amount of like the pounds that was rescued, and you can convert that into whatever that meant for you financially.
People.
Yeah.
Just keep
so
on
kind of making it so we're the first people you think of when you're like, I'm about to throw away a bunch of stuff.
Kind of like when the restaurants had to throw away all their food when the fucking shutdown happened.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I had 6 kegs of Guinness in my walk-in that I had the day we shut down, because we had at the Stone, we had a huge,
because it was right before St. Patrick's Day. It was 2 days before St. Patrick's Day.
Like 20 of your closest friends over to just be like, well,
have this keg.
It's not going to drink itself.
If you saw us walking around with coffee cups, good chance that that's not what that
Yeah,
was.
okay.
I mean, I know my restaurant. I mean, like at Nick's, we like they immediately, like once the shutdown was called, they like sent a mass text to all of us, all the employees, and they were like, "We have all this food in the kitchen. Like, come get whatever you want because we don't know what we're gonna do with it. We're just have to throw it away."
Well, that's good.
You
So
know,
we stayed open. Like we pivoted and opened the next day. Like we closed Sunday after brunch. We opened Monday morning as a to-go, just to kind of like
Keep it moving, yeah.
keep it moving. And every day was like, okay, let's jump over this hurdle. What happens today? You know, what are we gonna do now?
Yeah, we were all fucked in that.
everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody really knew what to do with themselves except for me because I've already been on quarantine for 2 years prior. So I already had a system down. Wake up, crack a beer, go to the hospital, come home, turn on Netflix.
Yell at the birds outside.
Yell
Yell
at
at the birds.
Stupid
birds!
Why are you so loud?
Why are you so whiny? Motherfuckers!
Amplified because my concussion was just like, fuck, I can hear you in the house. Stop. And thank God, my neighbors now have a dog across the street. Thank God they didn't have that fucking dog then.
Oh yeah, that dog.
Literally
Marcus would have murdered that dog.
Fuck it.
Colleen, there was one day Marcus was like in such a bad like spot. We had just left. I just picked him up from one of his appointments. I think we were in Georgetown. We were driving by, and he was like, "Why are you so big, houses?"
I just left my neurologist appointment, and fucking it gets worse.
The audacity of these houses to be so
These brick
huge
houses
in
piss
your
me
time
off.
of need.
And another thing, trees, why are you so fucking leafy? What's wrong with you, man?
I was like,
With your fucking
okay.
roots?
Should we go get some food?
Looking all
And here's
barky
what
and
it gets
shit.
worse.
Do you need an alcohol? What's happening?
It gets worse. We go to Surfside Deli. We're sitting there. It's already bright as fucking there, so I'm already mad. Meet my food, and like a troop of like fucking 12 kids come in.
Oh no.
Because it's right by a bunch of schools. So like, these kids come in.
I'm already mad. I'm yelling at houses and shit.
I don't mean to laugh at your suffering, Marcus, but you're just
was
painting
smelling
such a portrait, dude.
I look at Val, and Val already knows what I'm about to fucking snap. Like I'm like, we gotta go. I'm gonna kill one
I
of
was
these
like,
little
it's
kids.
time to wrap all these things and like, let's go.
And there's ice cream there, so they're all like fucking yelling about let's get ice cream, Reese's, and a fucking mint chocolate chip. Oh, goddamn! I'm gonna kill those kids.
And no child screams about ice cream in a frequency that's comfortable to adult ears. Like it's
No, never.
It's always
Me,
murder.
It was like fingernails on a chalkboard, and I was just like, kill these little fuckers.
But then hooked up to a microphone and blasted through like,
like a funnel only for your ear.
a major concert venue's sound system.
Well, yeah, I can't go to fucking. I mean, me and Val, I found out this summer I can't do concerts anymore. It's like just the feeling. It's not even so much the sound; it's like the bass feeling.
Well, you can do outdoor shit because me and you and DJ.
We were outside.
Well, no, but Marcus, remember you and me and DJ? We went to that thing up in Brightwood, and there was
But
That
was
happened this past weekend also.
there was bands. We were outside. We were within like 20 feet of the
That's like a little different. That's like bands playing, but like if you're in a concert venue, like when we were at a concert venue, like
Merriweather
outside,
and shit?
but it was by Ocean City, and like he was like, no.
Like my brain was rattling because of the bass.
Well, you're also probably in direct sunlight too, getting fucking.
It was nighttime, but it was like
it was nighttime.
because the speakers. I mean, we were close. We were close to the. Yeah, we were close to the stage, and like the speakers were like. I mean, just like booming right at it. I mean, I felt it. Like I was like, and I was like, oh, this can't be good for Mark.
Fucking two songs in. I'm like, I'm gonna sit back on the fucking patio and seats and shit.
He's like, fuck this Sublime cover band. Sounding all sublimey and shit.
No,
practicing
Val,
Santeria.
No, Val buys me tickets to go to her friend's show. Like, go see that shit.
It was Marcus's birthday, and I was like, how about we go see my friend's band play?
I have a great idea.
Marcus is like,
Your birthday, whatever. It's my friend's
happy
band.
birthday. I hate this.
So it was my friend's band, Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit.
Oh, I know that. I know that band.
Yeah,
Not that
I
bad.
mean, they were good. It's just not my fucking speed, and
They have two. They have 2 Grammys. They're like
They were
very
just
popular.
not quiet enough.
They let us come backstage and hang out with them.
They just forgot to whisper at Marcus.
I was shook. I was rattled.
I don't practice Santeria.
Shh, this is for Marcus.
Shout out to my baby Marcus.
Is this some ASMR shit? Which I fucking hate too. That's another thing I fucking hate is ASMR.
Oh my god.
That shit annoys the fuck out of me, especially when they start fucking eating. Dude, I dislike every video.
Boo had to take off his headphones.
Turning the video for being harassment of some sort.
Reporting ASMR
Report.
videos for I did not have that on my 2022 bingo card.
If you get reported on Facebook, it's me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Someone bites into an apple. Marcus is like reported.
I'm gonna report the show during a live session.
And when Jamie's eating
Anytime
sex,
Jamie's
he's gonna report his own video.
Marcus will report his own goddamn. Goddamn, if we're gonna let that out on the interwebs. All right, so look, we're almost 2 hours into this joint. I have a date with the Killers in the morning, so I'm gonna do this call to action and then make my way
Maybe a couple other
out
things.
the door.
You got TikToks like that.
If you are, well, I mean, I'm gonna stick around for the TikToks. What are we, savages here? If you are still sticking around, still watching, we appreciate you. Please take this time, if you haven't already, have your friends, loved ones, and frenemies like us and share us on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms: Facebook and Instagram, The District of Misfits; Twitter at DC Misfits; YouTube. Go to our channel there and subscribe, like our stuff, watch our videos. This show and other content produced by District Dogface Studios. Then you can go to crushingdc.com and purchase some gear, some swag. The holidays are coming. Buy your favorite people some cool stuff and support us directly that way. And if you are watching us on Twitch, District of Misfits, all one word. And go to I already did Crushing DC. It's getting to that point in the night. And if you are interested in being a guest on this show, or if you would like to produce a podcast of your own, we can help you with that. Reach out to us at districtdogfacestudio@gmail.com. And thank you, Colleen, for being on the show. This is fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's
That
been
was
great.
a delight.
And you'll have to come back and keep us updated and let us know about other opportunities for people to get involved.
Exactly.
I sure will.
Because, the holidays are coming. It's going to be a lot of hungry people out there.
Very true.
Exactly.
Show. Marcus, entertain us.
Autocorrect.
Ooh.
Hey, word.
Weird.
Word.
Weird.
Oh my god, word.
Weird.
I'm typing word.
Weird makes more sense.
No, it doesn't. Word.
Weird.
What the
Duck.
Oh, word.
Weird.
You still coming over later.
See? Weird, you still Oh. Ha. Dude, word makes way more sense.
No
No shot.
We've all been there.
Duck shot.
Ducking.
I
Well,
get the
ducking is
weir
the actual
all the
thing.
time.
I get the weir all the time.
Makes me so mad. I'm like, why? That's not what I mean, bitch.
Did you mean Butch? See what I did there?
I don't know who sent this, but I guess it's obviously to poke fun at me.
I'll take a lot of disrespect because I'm from Delaware. Like, who the fuck is in Delaware? Like, I get that. But one thing you're not about to do is come at Delaware when you're from the Midwest. You're from fucking Oklahoma. What happens in Oklahoma? Huh? Y'all watch corn porn? What the fuck? Like...
Wow.
Corn porn. I mean, I feel like Delaware might have some corn porn. There's a lot of fucking corn
let's
in
be
Delaware.
honest, Delaware is the Midwest of the East, the Mid-Atlantic.
Guess you've never been to Middle Virginia.
I just say because it's
Delaware.
flat, dude. I just say because Delaware's flat as shit, dude. It's flat. It's flat. That's all.
There's a
That's
lot
the
of
reason why.
corn. There is a
And there's a lot of corn.
of corn.
A lot of corn.
I mean, it's good corn. Some of it.
He said corn porn.
Corn porn.
Good luck scrubbing that from your
I
brain.
have a lot
kids.
of deer porn. I'm
Deer
deer porn.
corn.
Deer corn.
Mango.
Yep.
What the fuck, Val? Tell us more about this.
I don't know. Deer porn.
This
you know.
Bambi porn.
Oh my god. Didn't even make that
I see
connection.
what you did there.
Y'all, did you know this was a few years ago when we were driving back from some bar in Rehoboth, and we were going back to Marcus's house, his parents' house, and Marcus was passed out in the drunk in the passenger seat, and this fucking deer comes from the side, like trekking towards my car, and I was like, oh no, and knocks into the passenger side of my car, and then just like keeps on going. There's still a dent in the passenger side of my car. 2 little knuckles.
He slept through it.
Totally slept through it.
Oh yeah.
Had no idea. No idea.
He'd be like, stupid deer, fucking all antlery and shit.
Dude, if I've hit so many deer, living in Delaware, you hit deer. That's just part of
It literally just bounced off and then just like kept on running. I was like, no. But I still have the dents in my car. Nope. Like the 2 knees of the
you see the deer coming and you just slow down because it's going to hit your car. Just slow down.
Or speed up.
I tried to I tried getting past it, but then
the key to it though is do not turn. Don't turn the wheel.
Let me tell you what happens when you hit a deer.
Don't turn the wheel, because
hitting the deer.
I'm not flying off the road and tumbling fucking 87 times. I drive a very boxy car, a high center of gravity. If a deer jumps out in front of me, I'm sorry, kid.
But like I said, it wasn't like in front of the car. It came to like literally the side. It was like
a deer running up to the side of your car is pretty scary. I've had that happen a couple times. They didn't hit the car.
Oh, you ran
right
into it.
Yeah.
I'll show you the little dents later.
I was having a bad trip.
Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, look, there are the dents when the deer ran into my car. That's crazy.
Another 82 video.
We enjoy what we do. We love what we do.
Workers do not want to eliminate the tip credit.
This effort will actually hurt the workers that it claims to be helping.
If the idea is to do something that will help the workers, it will not. Vote no on Initiative 82.
That was me.
Yep.
Get out to the ballot box. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those will of the people things, and sometimes the people don't really fucking know. Sometimes
this is like absolutely, it should never have been put to the voters. I mean, what other industry, what other field would you ever consider putting to the ballot box to have voters who are uninformed and unknowledgeable about the situation? Why would you put that to the voters to have a yes or no question on the ballot? Like nobody.
But it's also people in our industry who aren't. Like, I started at a restaurant a few days a week, and these girls were talking about it, and they're like, "No, you have to vote. Like, you have to vote for it." I was like, "No." I was like, "Here's why." I was like, "Let me explain this to you and break it down for you." They're like, "Oh, I guess that makes sense." It's like, You got to think about it. You got to do your research.
You have to do the numbers, and it is literally about it is just math. And like, if you really put your mind to it and you think about it, it doesn't compute.
And like, what's the number one reason why people get into working in the service industry in the first place? Tips.
Freedom and
right.
Tips,
flexibility, and like.
And now you're gonna take one of the major pillars off the table. No one's gonna give a shit about how flexible it is if it's just.
Well, that's the thing is like once you do that, once you eliminate tip credit, there is no more flexibility.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if it does pass, I can't wait to hear the motherfuckers complain about how shitty service is and how they're fucking ordering off their phones now because there's no.
Also, how high their prices are now. They're gonna bitch about like how high the prices are, and there's Yeah, I mean,
So with 77, I used to explain to our guests all the time. They'd be like, "Well, this is good for you, right?" I was like, well, "No." It's like, that $7 DC brow you have, that $12 burger. This fast is it's now a $10 DC brow and it's a $20 burger. That means you're coming back here not 3 days a week. You're going to be here once a week, if that, because your bills have gone up.
Unless,
also, like, are you gonna tip on top of that shit? Absolutely not.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely not. You're gonna bitch about how much it costs. You're gonna bitch about the service charge, and you're definitely not putting money on top of that. Absolutely not.
I mean,
No, because now you're at the top of your own budget.
Right.
Well, and it's interesting too. I read an article about how like most of the council members are like, if it does pass, they're not gonna fight to repeal it.
Right, and that is a blowback from 2018 when people were so mad about them repealing 77. But the fact of the matter is, and I've talked to.
Were the workers mad?
No, right. No, the voters were mad. They were mad about the overturning of the quote unquote will of the people, when the reality is that it was 19% of the voting public who actually came out to vote during that period, during that primary election, and 9% of the voting public voted for Initiative 77. 9%. So if you're saying you're overturning the will of the people, you're overturning 9% of the fucking people, the voting public in the District of Columbia. So go fuck yourself when you say that shit. But that is the narrative that they use, and it hits something. It strikes a chord, and a lot of people who are just so angry about it, and like this is like a referendum on that, on that issue of them overturning the will of the people, which is
the whole white
You folks are gonna fuck around in November and find out.
And the thing is that like the industry ultimately doesn't have that luxury of being like, let's say it like people after the fact, people are like, oh yeah, this fucking sucks. Let's like undo it. Well, at that point, hundreds of restaurants and businesses will have shut down.
Yep.
And you can't like undo that. You can't like all of a sudden be like, oh, let's start up again. No, now they're done. Now they're closed.
Because they've already had to try and start up again. I mean, the amount of in the last 3 years, the amount of places that have closed and couldn't reopen, and even now are closing because they're like, we're still not back to where we can be or where we need to be to operate. This will be the last nail in the coffin for individually owned restaurants, family restaurants.
A lot of
that
places
are not
that barely survive COVID are going to be.
And you're going to see a lot of migration to Maryland. Mount Rainier is going to blow up.
For sure.
Maryland and Virginia, because they
North
don't.
Odessa, whatever. And it's going to regress back to 2007, 2008 when it was a steakhouse city. And that's what it's going to be. There's going to be no character left.
Just chain restaurants and just, like big corporate restaurant groups.
Get a job at TGI, go fuck yourself.
So speaking of that, there are two things. We've been organizing a couple virtual town halls over the past couple of weeks. There's going to be another one this Wednesday at 5 p.m. If you want to find out more about how you can get involved in opposing 82. Marcus, did you get that? I put it in the notes. You can register to attend the town hall meeting. Also, we just it's now live as of this afternoon. There's a petition that myself and a couple other my friends have put out on change.org to sign if you are against 82. So if people can the bottom line is we need to get the information out there. Like a lot of people are so unaware that like this is even an issue again. A lot of people in the industry.
They've been distracted by everything from the fucking Queen Elizabeth fucking dying. I can't believe how much fucking time this country wasted.
Yeah.
Just on that. With so much fucked up shit going on in the world, these motherfuckers are like, fuck the royal family and fuck all of you motherfuckers that were standing for that bullshit. Like, we literally fought these people and told them to go fuck themselves. And then you're like, and yeah, it's a fucking legacy of genocide and fucked up shit. Ask the Irish, ask the Scottish, ask fucking the Indians. I know. I fucking know. I'm making up for lost time, dude.
No.
Trust
But
me.
the title was the best title I think I've ever came up with for that week. It was what was it? It was a bad time for inbreeding. The queen is dead.
Yeah. But all you fucking wankers that fucking cried and wasted all that time watching all that bullshit, like, shame on you. You could have actually been out there like doing something positive for the fucking world. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So if you, I mean, like I said,
I almost have more respect for the Kardashians.
We just have to, you know, we have to spread the word. We have to make sure that people are aware. We need to make sure that all of our people who are in the industry are aware, because obviously a lot of them are not. We just need to spread the word and hopefully convince the workers the voters.
Oh, shit.
You just undid yourself. We have to convince the voters to vote, because this is the last stop. There is no more, like you said, Boo, like there's no more council to overturn. This is it.
Yep.
You know, it's all about the voters now. We have to make sure that we get that out there. Yeah.
Marcus, play us out. Give us a palate cleanser.
Wolverine, I can't believe you're gonna be in my next movie, bitch! Yeah, I was kind of drunk when I said that, but whatever. So does this mean that I'm part of the X-Men now? No, bitch! Listen, Linda, you gonna let me be in this X-Men. Bitch, I know I can't kill you, but I can have fun trying. Bitch, it won't conflict with my time with the Avengers. Bitch, you're not an Avenger. Is this about me sending nudes to your cousin? What? Okay, you had no idea about that. Never mind. Wade, if you would like, you may join the Fantastic Four. Bitch, why can't I be in the X-Men, though? That's it, bitch. Get out. Hey, if they make a sequel to Les Mis, can I be in that? Get your ass out of here! Ho ho. It's clobbering time. That is not your slogan, bitch! If you want to donate to the people affected by Hurricane Ian, click the link in our bio, and then click this tab to show your support for the people affected by this hurricane.
There you go. There you go.
Good job.
I had to give let it go a little bit.
God, there you go.
So, as a chef, this next TikTok has happened to me many times. To me, it kind of hit home.
Pickles, what the f***? Your tips are all over the place tonight.
Sorry,
your
Chef,
plates look like shit. Get your head out of your
What
ass,
happened
all
again,
right?
Chef?
Pickles, what the hell? I've had 2 steaks sit back from being overcooked already tonight. You're killing me out there. Come on.
Hey, don't you ever talk to my staff like that, all right?
Wait.
You want to talk to somebody, go talk to your servers. They're the ones ringing everything in at once and f***ing everything up. Get the f*** out of my kitchen.
Fine.
Pickles, what the f***?
Oh.
It'd be like that.
Yes.
It'd be like that. All right. Well, I gotta get.
Same.
Good to see you, Colleen. Love you guys.
So nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Hey, Boo, you want to see my new outro?
Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
You're a cunt.
They pushed me out and maced me.